Starting?
You know what? Screw it. It's done. It's done. The intro is not working.
I see.
I don't know what it's like. So there were these pans that flew in, and then went to this little over here, this little thing here. Welcome to the Pints and Pants Podcast. I'm your host, Mick Pettit. God.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And yeah, that's us though. Check, check.
Yeah, that's
I
you
see
guys.
levels. I think people can hear.
Yep. You guys are there.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn it down just a smidgen.
What?
Whoa! Oh my God! I did it again. Yeah, I did this earlier too. That's fine though. I'll just have to move you in a little.
It's all right.
Maybe I just have to keep
This is what
clicked.
happens
There you
in the live
fine.
shows, man. It's alive.
Yeah,
It's real.
this is fun. So, this episode mainly is going to be a review of a movie called Dead Faith.
Yep.
And it's really annoying hearing my own voice. Cool.
Marcus?
Oh,
I'm
check,
going drinking
check.
a beer.
Jay's trying to have me say something because he's actually listening to our record right now.
Oh,
Yes.
totally working.
Oh,
Sweet.
We can hear ourselves. I think it's working.
Awesome.
Is it?
Yep.
Working
Test
great?
complete.
Okay.
Awesome.
I don't know why this is messing up, but
It's all
I'm just
right.
gonna
We'll
have to keep moving you guys around.
Sit there. We'll
that's
be
fine.
teeny. That's
I'll
fine.
just move you here. You're fine.
I'm pretty sure we can shrink us.
just drag the one side so that we can see Marcus.
Yeah, that's the important part.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
It's all right,
So
Mick.
this is
When
the
you
fun
shrink
part.
me, I just get more adorable.
Right.
I wish you played a gnome.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
So the movie you want to review is Dead Faith,
On him.
and it's a movie that you guys actually watched.
Yep.
As well.
Yes.
I watched it last night. Fresh in my noodle still.
I watched it.
That's good.
I watched it earlier in the week during breaks at work.
Oh, nice.
Nice. And it's only like an hour-long film, so
57 minutes
pretty
to be
simple.
exact.
54.
54? I thought it was 57.
54, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No, 54. And it's from a production company called Pale Horse Productions. And my cousin is actually the lead in that film.
How closely related is your cousin to you? I was curious. Because
Second cousin.
because I want to say after knowing that he's your cousin, I could almost see some relation, right?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have known, I don't think I would have put it together. But since you told me, when I saw it, I was like, he does kind of look like I can see some family
It
resemblance.
was clearly who it was that was related to.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's only like 5 people in the movie, so there's not a lot of people to pick from. But
Yes.
Not a lot.
And only one set.
yeah.
Yes, pretty much. It was good for like the premise of it. I liked it. You know, these people that are stuck in their faith and their
I like how it showcased everybody those from their own point of view, and also the how they were I don't know how to put it, how judgmental they were being of others in their own point of view. So it's like they were judging everybody else, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'll
Trying
be
to wipe
totally
it out
honest.
Yeah.
Like, I went into this movie with zero knowledge of what it was. Right, I had no idea what I was in store for. I had
pretty
no
good
idea,
guess.
but I had no idea that the word "dead" in it was like, I don't know if it was supposed to be punny, but it kind of was.
Oh, it was clearly intended to be a pun and be a play on what was going on.
Yeah, like I had no idea it was a zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first went into it took a little bit.
It is, but it's not.
Well, it's a zombie movie about like a zombie apocalypse, but it's not about the zombies.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's totally something that I didn't realize that until the movie had already started a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It took me a little bit into the movie to where I was like, oh, they're talking about zombies. Oh, dead faith, dead. I get it. Right? Like that didn't click for me right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made you
Back
bigger.
again. I see
Thanks.
that. Don't worry.
The funny thing is, Mick, when you make me bigger, I get more adorable too. That's kind of
I
wrong,
know,
but it's
I
true.
know. So I liked the story of it. I liked the premise and how the guy was like basically in denial.
Yes.
I do have some critiques.
Okay, I would like you to go because you are related, and I don't want to insult you or your bloodline.
Oh no, it's fine. And he's used to this kind of stuff. He talked crap about all my writing when I was younger, so. So like one of the things that I had like a issue with was it's a spoiler too. Well, I guess it's a spoiler, but when somebody gets shot, the next scene there was no emotion from the other person around them.
Yes,
there was
we tried to help you.
There was a real lack of emotion through the whole film.
Yeah,
like, let's be fair.
Especially with the
Sheriff,
the sheriff with the you've got my daughter in there. I need to see her. I need to make sure that she gets to quarantine. I need you to get off my property. Okay.
Yeah.
There was no sense of urgency, no push from him about, I'm sorry if that was a relation to me and based on what was going on, and he was showcasing, and part of the whole thing behind it was his whole
it froze, don't worry about it.
Okay. He showcasing his whole his whole commitment to his beliefs and reason why things need to be happening, and so if he was that serious about that, he would be putting that much more into his own family and especially his daughter.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, okay.
So.
Now that said, as far as just general line delivery, I think he did one of the best jobs of verbal line delivery.
Really wanted. Okay, so there's like the scene where he's saying, "That's my daughter," in there, like whatever, right? Because your cousin played the main character, which is the son-in-law, right, of the sheriff, right? And it actually took me a minute to kind of put that together. Some of the dialogue scenes in this movie are so long-winded, right? Like they really are. Like the story about killing his dog. Like, would you just end the story already? But like when
I'm sorry, I got a real sling blade.
Yes,
feel
for sure.
when he was doing that.
Totally.
I had his dog one time. Mama told me I needed to go take it outside. And,
yeah.
Yep.
I think there was a real distinct difference between vocal delivery and physical delivery in this movie, because there were real points where, like, I started watching it before my wife came home, and she came home like probably 20 minutes into it or so. And then she sat down and was watching it with me, and she's like, "How long is your movie?" Right? And I was like, "It's already almost halfway over. It's not a big deal." And we sat down to watch it, and she started doing other things. And then she came back and watched it again, and she said, "I kind of liked it better basically when I was out doing things and just listening." And she actually came back and watched it again and told me things about the story I was missing because I was trying to watch it, right? When I closed my eyes and I just listened to the movie, I enjoyed it much more than just watching it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say, I think if I'm talking specifically about your cousin in this movie, right, which I think is the personal relation for you with it. Again, there's only 5 people in the movie, but I think hands down, your cousin is the best actor in this movie.
Yeah. And like I said, we don't know him as,
I agree that too,
or have any reference to him outside of that, but is he as a real person? Is he like that at all in?
Yeah. Is that his real life character at all?
No. He actually is a Elvis tribute artist.
A what? An
Elvis tribute artist.
Oh, wow. Really? So does he have like twitches, or is that all acting?
That was a character.
Okay. Is he a religious fanatic in any sort of way?
Nope.
Not really? Is he?
No.
Like, I don't want to use the word retarded, but like, is he
Nope.
slow in any kind of way? So if your cousin
not at all.
is not that person that he portrays in the movie whatsoever, dude, fucking, sorry, I swear. Kudos to him, because he nailed it.
Yeah,
like,
he
he
did a good
totally
job.
nailed it. He really does a solid acting job in this movie. I totally give him props for that. Because
awesome. Me too. Like I thought it was really good.
Like his acting or the whole movie?
Yeah, his acting. The movie was good, but one and done.
For the production level of it, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, it was definitely a low budget film. But yeah, no, I'm totally impressed now. Like with your brother, I keep wanting to call him his brother. Your cousin's acting. Like based on this film, I thought this guy is a creepo weirdo, and if he's ever over at Mick's place and I show up, I don't want to be there around this dude, right? But to hear that he's not that guy at all, I mean, that is good acting. Yeah. Right? That is the definition of good acting. Just totally embracing a character that you're not at all and selling it, which I really think he did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think the other people in the film not as much, but
well, yeah, like I said, I was doing mostly the audio listening while I was at work because I just had my phone set up with it and watching it on my phone, and I had the headset going, and I'd catch little parts here and there and whatnot, but for the most part, I listened to the whole thing. And yeah, as far as audio delivery, your cousin definitely does a great job, but I think the sheriff had pretty decent audio delivery for a lot of his parts. And my complaint about him about not being worked up about the daughter and wanting to go after it, that's totally his writing. He's delivering the lines he was given to deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get that, but as a writer side of it, I would have made sure that he put that into it, created more of it there.
Yeah.
But audio,
a little more emotion into it.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah.
But audio-wise, he delivered pretty decent lines.
Yeah.
He wasn't deadpan. He had range to his tones. The deputy and they were so deadpan flat.
Yeah.
The best part I liked about when the deputy was there, when he said someone's in the house, and he instantly went to fight mode.
Yeah. It was
obviously somebody's in the house.
Yeah. Well, and the nurse was hilarious because she just was acting from the neck up. Totally, right? From the neck down. And she's totally that, what do I do with my body?
Mannequin Skywalker. Make him sit down. Sit him on a shelf, make him talk.
Yeah, totally.
and just her line, though, right after everything happened, we were just trying to help you. There was no,
No, there was, no emotion.
Yeah.
I'm reading from cue cards.
Yeah. And I do think, the framing was weird and some shots. It really did seem like whoever was in charge of the whole thing was still learning also, right? There was some refinement that will probably happen in future films, which I can appreciate about a film like this. I enjoy that part of it a little bit. That one scene you're specifically talking about with the sheriff where he's like, damn it, John, that's my daughter, and whatever. I almost wanted him to get back in his Jeep and back up and then yell at him through the window as he raced off or something.
Well, that would have helped.
Add some sort of element of intensity to it. But it was in that specific scene when he yells at him, it's almost like he's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to wave my finger at him. Yeah. And it's this kind of afterthought that he then gets physical with the scene, but he's trying to remember his lines and be in character and all that. And I get all that, but I do think there was some direction behind the camera that could have been refined, right? It's not necessarily the actor's fault.
Yeah.
No.
And like I say, a lot of scripts for
it's a low budget film.
Oh, so yeah, for sure.
Everybody's just starting out. And, been doing it for a while.
I was say, but a lot of your scripts and stuff for where are they based out of, by the way?
Olympia, I think.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it almost looked local.
Well, it? I was.
Yeah, they're local.
I was guessing up Port Angeles, Port Townsend area.
Yeah.
The lake and stuff.
Not sure where that was filmed at though.
Yeah, I'm just saying the location they were in at just looks like that.
Yeah.
But not to be fair, there's a lot of areas in Washington that look like that. So.
Yeah. It looks like Washington though.
Yeah.
What it felt like to me was almost like let's say there was this little short scene in Walking Dead or something, right? Where you got this little brief scene with a character, John or whatever, the main character in this movie, and he has his just super religious evangelist moment in that, and that's over. But then you'd get this internet short that would expand on that character and what motivated them to be in it. It almost felt like that was more what this was. Okay. Right? Not so much the main story, but this side chapter, internet short that they would do. Some shows do that, right? Where you get a 15-minute expanding on this part or whatever if you go to the network's online source and watch the shorts. I almost got that vibe. It doesn't almost feel like this full circle story. We're just getting a snippet of it.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
And it was in the time that was given, it was clear. That's what it was. But
yeah.
It still bugs me the person that was the worst actor just got the best part.
The nurse that shot it. Yeah, her shooting scene was pretty good. I wish the gun sounds were more dominant in it.
And
I was going to say that too.
I was actually going to say that one of the few things I appreciated the fact that the guns sounded like real guns.
Really? I just wish they were like, because I had my surround sound on, right? Yeah, and there was obvious like cricket tracks and things because I could hear it all around the room.
Yeah.
But when the gun went off, it was like I wanted that all around the room too.
It was, but you could tell it was live recording. They were actually firing the weapons there and recording it what you got there.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the Foley work, which the Foley work there was not great.
Yeah.
There was some scenes where they were doing live like actual recording, and then they decided to fill in with something, and it was not filled in well. Kind of like the level of what do you call it? Firefly with their mule.
Yeah.
Sometimes the quad sounds like an actual quad. Sometimes it sounds like a Harley.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, okay.
Well, like right. Anybody to talk about anything.
Oh, like, I know, right? But I'm just saying.
How long did it take us to get this all set up?
Right? Hey, nobody saw that. The intro didn't work, but it's fine.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, all in all, it's a good movie, though.
I think it's okay. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I mean.
I think good is maybe a little bit of a strong word. I think that as far as your cousin goes, I'll be totally honest. I was afraid that we were going to watch this movie, and you said your cousin was in it. Let's check it out. Let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. I really didn't want to like just come on and like badmouth your cousin. Oh, if there's something good to say about this film, it's your cousin. Like I would be totally honest with you, that is the highlight of this film. As far as the casting goes, there, I think he did spot on. Creeped me the hell out. I didn't want to meet the guy right? at all. Right?
So greasy.
Dude, and that is his character in the movie, which is awesome. He nailed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do think it has some low budget, like shortcomings there that just come with a low budget movie. I think they're to be expected, right? But I really think that your cousin was the highlight of it, man. Some of my favorite parts that your cousin was in was when he was just basically narrating parts of the movie, and it immediately made me think if you had like because we've been on this like D&D thing and this like wizard world and whatever. If you had somebody narrating the like lore of the world and all, your cousin's voice is like spot on, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like he would nail that. Right? Like I kept thinking.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like I was impressed by your cousin's performance.
So what he's saying is if we come up with a great blurb, would he be able to do that for our opening?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. No,
I'm sure he would.
Yeah, he had a.
We're giving them publicity right now.
Yeah. Tell him to watch this. I totally talked him up, and I meant everything I said. I'm not just saying it to get him. Blurb. But if he wants to do the blurb, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I was really worried we
with
were
Pale Horse
and smack talk.
So with Pale Horse, anyway.
Yeah, with Pale Horse. So they have a bunch of different things besides just this. Another one that I think it's Pale Horse that does it too. Jason's in it. It's called Olympia and Obscura, and it's a cop drama based in Olympia.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty good too. So it's something else you could check out. What's the other one they had?
And please tell me the gal on the other end of the radio when he's talking was the nurse.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it would make sense for just production. When he radios in the first thing. But I think it's funny that you guys are complaining about the gunshots because, like, the first gunshot that went off, I was like, it was so anticlimactic. I'm like, that's a gunshot. That's a real gunshot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
I immediately thought that's so anticlimactic.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. I mean, guns are played up in everything we do, so loud and so in your face with everything, and it's like that's a gunshot.
Yeah.
That's what a gunshot is. I mean, I hear them every day running season. Multiple times.
It didn't like catch me though, like as a shotgun. It was kind of like a.
Well, and it wasn't so much. I think I don't know that so much the sound of the gun being like legit in a movie matters as much as the impact of what that gun is doing matters more. Yeah. Like especially in that beginning scene when he just shoots the dude standing there and then he has to like radio in. Like that is such a little like pop gun sound that it does, but clearly in that scene it's supposed to be this emotional thing that he just went through.
Oh, I know.
And it was like I wanted it to resonate more as a viewer, right?
Yeah, but what I was getting at though is I understand that, but I think the reason it doesn't resonate is because we've been so inundated so much with these just boom, bang, in your face. Every gun has belches,
all sounds,
fires.
Yeah.
You play a video game, it's all about being impactful and all that. No, that's what a gunshot sounds like. Unless you're the person that's actually firing right there or immediately standing right next to it.
Okay, that was the point I was going to make, though, because I think one thing the movie is kind of missing out on is it's so focused on every scene, the person that's in the scene delivering it, that they forget that the scene is being catered to the person listening to it, right? So even like when the sheriff is talking to John in those in that initial scene where he's like leaned up against the post and talking to John on the porch, all the scenes with the sheriff are done from the perspective of like the sheriff and the way the sheriff is hearing and all that, when really it should come from the like impactful, the way that John is perceiving it, right? Because we're the viewers that's perceiving it, but it's almost done from the other angle, where like the gunshot in the beginning is done from the zombie guy he killed's angle, where really it should be really loud from John's angle, because that's the impact we get in the next scene, right? Like I feel like there was a lot of that like disjointedness going on, where the impact should be from the viewer standpoint, not from the delivery, right? And that was a little bit throughout it in a lot of parts. And I think that's like a rookie. I'm sure I would do it in my first film, like, or most people would, right? It's like you have to then watch it to figure that out.
So the next question would be then: so without going in and finding just stock audio that you can use for a gunshot, how are you going to record that? Because that kind of pressure wave and shock wave to get the kind of volume and the emphasis that you're looking for would probably burst or ruin a lot of your microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you'd probably have to go with stock.
Yeah.
But you could tone it down a bit.
Or I think a good shotgun mic would probably work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shotgun mic.
A really good shotgun mic. But then you wouldn't be able to do it on location though. You wouldn't be able to have the wood the sound of the shot echoing off the woods, because that's a lot of what deadened it, is you're getting a lot of the reverb sound.
Yeah.
So you'd have to be like in a just a sound room where you get just the clean shot.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Well, and being out the woods, so you'd expect like a little bit of an echo.
Yes. Well, and I'm okay with it sounding a little hollow out in the woods,
you can loop and create delay and create an echo.
Yeah.
With a bass audio.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little sort of a resonance or something. Yeah. It was like a pop gun, at least as far as us watching it as viewers.
Yeah, but that's because you're getting the reflection immediately. You weren't getting the report back from a long distance away, which is what everybody.
And that's what I would have liked. Yeah. Just that little bit of out. I know I froze again.
You sure did.
That's all right. A door freeze, Mick.
I don't know.
Horrible.
Thank you. I look like a frog.
Yeah, I think there was.
There we go.
I think there was definitely a little disjointedness between.
You froze again. No.
No. No. It's your eyes. There was definitely a disjointedness between the person that was delivering and the person that was supposed to be perceiving, and then also the viewer perspective. Right? Like that was a little bit disjointed in it. I think we're like super nitpicking to be fair. Like we're like.
Of course, it's the same thing though.
But that's what we're supposed to do, because it's an independent film, so it's we have to really show them what's going on.
Yeah.
I say, what they're doing is
and all my years of acting
in any way. Yeah, I should do
hogwash. I would say to like whoever the camera guy is, that like it's okay in a scene to have like part of the person that the other person is talking to in the scene.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like there were a lot of scenes where like you just get the one dude delivering the message and then an immediate cut to the other guy that was receiving it. And again, it felt so disjointed, right? Like you never felt like it was this encompassed scene together, except for some of the scenes. They did nail it where the actors were in the same shot together, and it was like it worked. Yeah. But
now another thing that also, so if you wanted to, with this, what you're talking about, where you're getting the focus on this person, then focus on this person, then focus on this person,
or even a couple shots where they're both in it.
But what I'm saying is if you're doing that, one of the hardest things to do to deliver lines and to take lines, and the reason why it sounds so deadpan, is because every one of those is another take.
Yeah. Well, unless you have multiple cameras.
But now there's your thing though. If you've got multiple cameras, you can't have them in scene, which means you can't have the two people in it.
Yeah. Well, that's where you have to play with angles and stuff for sure. But there was even the scene where like the sheriff showed up, right? And John's reading his Bible and he gets like worked up on the porch, right? I'd almost wished like in that scene there was like a lower camera angle and it was more focused on his Bible. And like when the sheriff showed up, he closed it dramatically and like looked up in this moment of like drama to like, you're interrupting my prayer, because that's what the dude is obsessed about, right? Like bring us into that moment a little more and like make that an emphasis, and then have a little bit of interaction between the two of them instead of so one than the other. Like it almost that's why I think it almost felt so good as like a radio show. Like when you closed your eyes, you could fill in those shots yourself a little better than some of them came through in the movie itself.
Like a good audio podcast, like a full cast thing.
Like a what?
Kind of like a full cast audio podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like that's kind of remind me of like
Well, it's like it's like so to bring it back, you were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons thing, and that's kind of what's on my mind. What's in the fresh now is so that there will be dungeons. Right.
Yes.
They stream on Twitch. That's how you can catch them live.
They did today.
Yes, they did today, and I didn't watch it because we were doing this.
Yeah.
But
right, it's at 5 over here.
Yeah, no, we've been here for a while, but
5. How many hours ago?
Or no, it's at 2.
Oh my God, let's not even talk about 2 o'clock. I was still working, so I already forgot about that.
No, I was at 2 o'clock. I was picking up a bandsaw and then delivering it to the shop, and then coming up here to get this all set up and early so that we could get the audio test done right away and start recording right away.
Right? Shocker.
I know, right?
But yeah, that's what I was doing for that. But no, like I said, there'll be dungeons. So I caught up with them around episode 31, 32-ish.
Yeah.
So I caught up with the live recording about then. To that point in time, I'd been listening to them on Spotify the entire time.
Yeah.
So it's been audio the entire time. And I finally caught up to where I could catch the live episode. And it's like, okay, I can't watch this. It pulled the immersion so hard going to the live episode. And I've still watched quite a few of them live now, especially since I've like been following them enough and getting to know the characters outside of their gameplay. So it's like, okay, I can do this some more. I can see what they're doing, but I still prefer, hands down, just the straight audio.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's some parts where they'd like really draw you in
visually,
like just
until Nash.
No, the audio.
Okay. Yeah. Until Nash, or until Scott comes in. When he sticks to Nash, it's good, but
sometimes because sometimes he'll throw like a Scott joke in with Nash's voice, and it's like, oh, that was unnecessary. Yeah,
but he is the one that pulls you out of immersion all the time. All the time.
He does.
All the time.
So much.
So I'm still kind of hung up on your cousin being in this movie, right? I mean, this is
heard that here. He's hung up on your cousin.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Tell him that.
You hear that, Jay?
I am kind of threatened by him a little bit and his crazy religious ways. But I would, now that I've heard that he's not that guy, I would actually love to meet the guy. Like, I would love to see.
He's great.
I would love to see what he's like when he's not being that character. Again, major props to your cousin, really. But there's such a like what else has your cousin done? Like, I'm just curious. Like, what else?
So like the Olympia and Obscura is a big one that he just finished, and it's a series on YouTube. Training Grounds is another one on
Does
Amazon.
he play completely different characters?
Yeah, he does. So like in Olympia and Obscura, Obscura. It's from my talking off hearing myself. He plays a cop, so like a detective. It almost seems like a 50s noir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, I like the sound of that.
It's like narrated and
yeah.
I like the film
noir voice.
Nice.
What do you mean? Like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
That one's pretty good. I like that one a lot, and that one's on YouTube. Said he's a Elvis tribute artist.
I don't know. Something's not right here.
Really good with that.
I don't trust him.
He does. So he plays a good Elvis.
Who are you?
Like later years Elvis. He's a big dude.
He sings, so he doesn't just like, hey, I'm Elvis. No,
I can believe it. He has a good voice.
A good voice.
Yeah. He does have a good voice.
He does really good.
I noticed that.
It's one thing that's kind of gross though, is because he's up on stage and sweating and all that.
Yeah.
And he wipes himself off and throws the towels out to these old ladies, and they love it.
Oh my God, he's so. Yeah. Okay.
So my cousin.
A little bit of respect, though. I'm just gonna say it. It's gross, but I respect him.
My cousin came back from a concert. I don't remember which one it was. I would have been 6 or 7 years old at the time.
Girl or boy cousin? I'm just trying to paint
Raina's sister.
Raina's, okay, so girl cousin. I'm just painting mental picture.
She comes back, and it was a concert where they actually had the fence up around the stage so the people couldn't get to the stage.
Yeah.
And he comes up to the stage and right up next to the fence and is like going to town, and like sweat sprayed on her. And she's like, he sweated on me. Yeah. And it was like all a Twitter over it. It was like, oh.
Gross.
Yeah, that is gross.
But yeah, she was all about it. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
Vivid. I was like 6 years old, and that's still fresh in my mind.
How gross that was for you?
Yes.
The first metal show I ever went to was As I Lay Dying, and I was so sweaty that my phone quit working for 3 days.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad.
Huh.
So I want to talk about the beer that I'm drinking right now too. A little bit. I told him I'd give him a little bit of a shout out.
Smooth segue, buddy.
Yeah,
I like
right?
it. I like
Hey.
it. I like it.
That's a total Marcus full circle right there.
Hey, dude, you do whatever you want. It's your show. I love it. I mean,
so this is a
Did
crowler.
you listen to our show?
For
was on down there?
I don't know if people know.
Oh no, we went. I want to come back to this, and we never
finished it because it's a typical Pints and Pants.
Yeah, I know. We never.
Totally.
Oh, I thought we were done like 5 times.
Right?
That's like this one. We thought we started 5 times.
Yeah.
Which means we need 5 finishes.
I love it. It's awesome, Mick. I give you shit, but I love
this is a. I know you do. A lot. So this is a crowler. It's a 1 quart, 32 ounces, of a brewery in Aberdeen, Washington, called Mount Olympus Brewing, and this is their Lupuline Fields. It's actually fresh. I think they just did this one too. Fresh batch. It's 6.9. It's an IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
Lupin.
It's a little hazy, but it's got a good, really good fresh flavor.
The flavors
and the bitterness is very low.
Oh, nice.
I have another one too that I'm going to drink later.
Crowler. I love it.
Huh?
Another crowler, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought 2. So this one was $10. The other one was $15.
Yeah, that's not bad for a crowler.
Oh no, it's 2 ounces.
2 beers.
It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're done talking
Especially
about
when
the
it's
movie?
high percentage.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he got.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we'll wrap it up again to the end.
Do we get to rate?
Oh, that's what you said last time.
Are we going to rate the movie?
You can rate it.
Do we get to rate it? Okay, so I have this other question though, because this dude's cousin, right? Second cousin, which I guess I understand it requires a little more finagling, right? But you guys, when is the last time you saw the dude?
I don't know, a couple months ago.
What? Why isn't he on the show with us?
He works a lot. I do want to Skype him in. I think
I would love to talk to the guy. Can I be on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Definitely. It won't take as long as this one did.
Awesome. What, to get started or to do?
Yes.
No. We're marking that right now.
Yeah.
It's not going to take as long.
Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I do.
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a
scratch out
right there.
Shouldn't there.
Oh no, dude! I would love to.
You're absolutely right. It shouldn't.
Yeah, I would love to actually talk to your cousin and hear what he sounds like as not a crazy religious, kind of retarded nutso. He scared he scared the crap out of me, right? He did. Yeah. I don't want.
That's what he was saying too. During filming, this guy is supposed to be awful and gross, but when the guy added the music to it, it made you feel almost kind of bad for him at some points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's that's not the character at all.
Oh, weird.
Even him as the actor was that's not what I wanted.
I got a total Sling Blade feel, if that's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
the French fried potatoes.
Yeah.
I like me some French fried potatoes.
Good movie.
Yeah, I hope your cousin listens to the episode that's going on.
I'll bombard him.
If he does, I really want to give him some major props. I think he did.
Oh, I froze again.
He did a phenomenal job. You are the standout actor in this movie.
Definitely.
There's not a lot to compare you to as far as actors in this movie, but you aside from everybody else in the film, like physically, verbally, like in so many ways you delivered your character, and you made me leery about meeting you in person. But now that I've talked with Mick, I would actually love to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would be really interesting to actually get to talk to him.
Yeah.
If he's not that guy at all, I would love it. Like even the guy,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
like the duder from like, what's the show with all the nerds that live across the hall from everyone? Big Bang, right?
Yeah.
Like the main guy, Sheldon, who gets all these accolades for being this amazing actor. If you watch him in interviews, he basically is the guy he plays, right? And I have a bigger deal with giving him all this recognition when you're basically playing yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you don't deserve. Sure, it's great, and I love you in the show, but if other people in the show are not at all like their characters, they should get the accolades, right?
Yeah.
And so,
makes sense.
I was really stoked to hear everything you've said about your cousin. He did a phenomenal job. I really would love to just keep stroking his ego. You did great. Man.
Sure you would.
You really did.
I thought it was good. Go ahead and check it out. It's on Amazon Prime for free if you have it.
Yeah.
It's called Dead Faith.
Yep.
It's only like an hour, so go ahead and do
I thought
that.
it was 54 minutes.
Everybody has an hour.
Yeah, 54 minutes.
It said like an hour.
It's like an HBO episode. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. But again, I want to give props again to this, which is
I love that he's like,
Mount
forget
Olympus
my
Brewing.
cousin, forget
Yeah, I
this
know.
movie,
No,
forget the topic of the show.
it is the topic, but still, I told these guys I was going to talk about him, and I forgot to talk about it at the very beginning. So that's what I was going to do. But these guys are awesome. They're in Aberdeen. Check them out if you're around town. The Lupaline Fields is awesome. The other one I got was Heart-Shaped Box, and it's a 9.7 dark rye IPA.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Just making sure I had my teenage angst still alive.
Right? Yep.
Okay.
Well, they released that on Valentine's Day, and it's really good. Very good beer.
Nice.
Nice. Do you want to
So again, go check out Pale Horse.
We're drinking?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
Fair? I like
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, right, yeah. Might as well before we wrap this up.
Go talk up your favorite box pack again.
My
We've
favorite.
heard
It's
it for the last 10
amazing.
episodes.
It's so good. We're drinking the Kirkland Signature Stout Ale. They haven't heard it on this show. They just heard it on our show.
Yeah, I know.
But I really do love it. I think it's phenomenal. It's really great. To be fair,
Really?
there's nothing super amazing about like any of it, but that's what makes it so good, right?
it's
Is
very
that
true.
it's not, nothing about it is over the top. They're not trying to do anything that they don't need to do.
Well, it's kind of based on what we said on our episode.
Yeah,
What I was saying about it with the with our ratings.
yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Totally.
like, it's like it's we review all these beers and we give like a 9, 9.5, almost 10. This is almost perfect. But what are the beers we drink? We drink the 6 5s and the 7s.
Oh, totally. Yes.
And that's out of 10 rating, not ABVs.
Yeah.
If it's him, it's 11 ABV every time.
And this one, I totally give like 8.5.
Nice.
8.5 to the beer.
Nice.
I love
Yeah.
that we're gonna rate the beer.
Really good.
This is awesome.
Building up to that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do we rate our beer?
that's
Or can we rate your beer too?
if you want to.
I'm just kidding.
That means
Give
you
me-
have to go try it.
Yeah.
It's a long drive to go try that. Sorry.
Oh, you can kind of. Oh, wrong way. You can kind of see it.
We can see, we can
It doesn't-
rate it.
Like it doesn't. It's not green enough or
There you go.
color enough.
Yeah,
to
put it in front of
take
your
them
white
away,
shirt.
so.
I did appreciate
Yeah.
that you're kind of wearing the like button-up white shirt, and you got the glasses, and like you're sort of emulating your cousin a little bit in this episode. I do. I appreciate that. Do you have a Bible
Slick
handy?
back my hair.
The Bible?
I don't actually.
Ah. What? You have to have
Wouldn't
one
be the
right
same color.
somewhere close, right?
My phone.
He froze again.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Got
Oh,
the
gross face!
version of the Bible.
Don't do it! Don't do it! It's gross.
The funny
There we
story
go.
about the Audible
I'm
version
just gonna leave that up.
Bible. The only time, because we made clear on our last episode that I spell like garbage, which is because I read like garbage,
Okay.
right? The only Audible thing I've ever listened to is the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that is an epic tale, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I recommend it to anybody that's into any sort of quests and crazy adventures and all sorts of like this guy versus that guy and triumphing over this and that. It's awesome. Like the King David stuff, that's insane. I never even knew before I listened to it that King David is the same David that took out Goliath.
Oh, really?
I never knew that.
He was a kid.
Dude, stepped up,
teenager.
squire, basically, not even a squire, a pseudo squire, stepped up, took out the giant, and then got to be king, and then did some terrible, horrible things to people. It's an epic tale.
No, he was good.
He also sent people into battle full well knowing they would die, just so he could bang their
person.
Like, he's a bad dude. He did good
freezing.
things. This is a
I keep freezing.
Time, so I give him a lot of credit for at least doing some things that were good. He's a badass. Full on badass. It was worth it too. It was like the free
for Audible.
The free.
You need to check out the Dragon Lords.
The Dragon Lords.
Awesome games.
I don't know if it's gonna be as good as the King James version audio book. Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, that's listen to the King James. That's
yeah.
why.
It was so good. Big fan. Took me like 3 weeks
so
of non-stop listening, but I listened to the whole thing. It was, yeah, big fan.
Nice.
And you can get it for free. Anybody that signs up with Audible, you get 1 free book. If you want to maximum bang for your buck, get the King James version of the audio Bible. Seriously, like 80 hours long. Awesome. Massive bang for your buck.
Yeah, I think that's shorter than Game of Thrones. It's like 300 and some hours.
Oh, maybe. No way.
For like all of it.
Oh, for all 5 books, whatever it is?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah. The audio version, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. Audio version's like, yeah.
I've been trying to listen to Sort of Genre.
Sort of Genre. I haven't heard that one.
Not that is either.
Yeah, it's
is Richard Dreyfuss
Terry Brooks. But I tried reading the Terry Brooks books first, and he writes very, very dry. And the person they have reading it is not helping it.
So the cool thing about the one I listened to was each character was played by a different person.
No,
so it was
no,
like a radio show.
Cool.
Almost, right?
No. This was entirely one person just reading the pages.
Yeah. This one was brutal because it was word for word. Like when Moses talks to God and gets the plans to build the tabernacle, God tells him, and then the next thing Moses does is turn around and tell the people everything God said, and you literally, it's like they just handed the script over and Richard Dreyfuss reads it where the other dude who played God just read it to you. It's like a full day of work is how to build the tabernacle twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. But it was still great. It's a lot of
probably pretty important. I'm just saying.
Oh, it was. I'm pretty sure they're still fighting over there. Yes, it's all to do with that. So yeah, it's still important.
It's back to rating your beer.
I just thought I would bring an awkward religious moment into your show.
Thank you for that.
I'm glad.
To everybody who's listening, stopped.
Yeah. Well, come on. The movie is like
or just
right.
Yes.
I mean, come on. I think it's relevant.
What was that? You broke up.
I couldn't. You broke. You cut up too.
Okay. Well, you're back now. So what did you say?
Yeah. I don't know. I was laughing.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just trying to tie in the religious theme.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I would love to talk to your cousin. If you get your cousin on, I would actually enjoy talking to him.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
I've been trying to actually get him on the show for a while.
How many deputies though would step out there and start quoting scriptures, especially some obscure ones?
I think it totally depends on the town.
Right.
Oh, that's very true.
Right? Like it totally depends. If this is a super backwoods, just super religious town where that's you get together and congregate in church, right? That's what everybody goes to the week for. And then I think everybody would be able to quote scripture.
That's very true.
Right? And probably from
play Far Cry 5
angles. Yeah.
Oh, is that part of what Far Cry 5 is like?
Yeah, Far Cry 5 is like
I thought about Montana.
County, Montana.
Picture.
I like that one. Yeah,
that's good.
Right. Oh God!
I think
God, why?
Have you been practicing your ventriloquism?
Yeah, right.
There you go.
There he is.
Yeah, I don't know. I seriously thought Far Cry 5 was all about just moving to Montana and raising sheep.
Right.
Oh.
Man, sheep are scared.
No, I have never played a Far Cry game.
I haven't either.
5 is about basically a
have-
religious sovereign state.
Oh, okay.
They formed. They didn't really pay attention to them, but it's a cult. And then eventually they were like, "We're taking over," because the cops tried to take him in for kidnapping.
That sounds like the last, or that sounds like the idea behind first-person shooter.
Say it. What else happened?
The underwater one with the
BioShock.
BioShock. Yeah,
Nailed it.
Totally sounds.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah, it's
This one's more creepy because it's like I could see that in Montana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the movie's supposed to take place, in Montana. Somewhere Midwest.
Maybe. looks awful rainforesty.
I like the store. Nick, with that store. That was awesome.
It looks awful rainforesty to be Montana, but whatever. The coastal rainforests of Montana.
Yeah.
Coastal rainforests. I'm gonna put this right here. You guys can see it, so I can. If I freeze, I can push the button.
Okay.
Again, you didn't rate your beer yet.
Hey,
Oh, it's beer.
I feel like we're getting to the end. I really feel like we haven't talked nearly enough. It's like
Yeah, no, we're getting close.
Pints and pants ever.
We're at like 46 minutes.
At like
Ooh.
Yeah, this is short for
Sacrilege.
that is brief.
Sacrilege.
I think the other shortest one I ever did was the giveaway for the Fairy Blossom tickets.
I remember
Which
that
I
one.
won, by the way. Thank you.
Yes, you did.
That was
Go
awesome.
check out Fairy Blossom this year. It's awesome. FairyBlossomFestival.com.
Check it out.
I really said that weird.
And
Yeah, you really did.
Something horse.
FairyBlossomFestival.com.
Pale Horse
Pale
Productions.
horse. Check them out.
Pale Horse
Did
Productions.
you not hear him say, "You get on your pale horse and get out of here now"?
No.
That actually made me go, ha!
I did pick up on that right away because of the Pale Horse logo or talking about it in the beginning when you're watching the intro credits.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't get that one.
Oh, you didn't get that right away?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I saw
I
that,
didn't,
and he goes, "You
put
get
it
on your
together.
pale horse and get out of here now." I'm like, "Is that where they
Yeah,
give?"
I saw that too.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I noticed that. So what happened was the first
Oh, I froze again.
watched the movie. I had assumed.
I like it. You're contemplative. Oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
I was.
Well, the first time I watched the movie, I saw the sheriff shoot that guy, and I swear when he was talking through the mic through the radio to the people back at the station, he said John was dead. Like John's the guy that's dead. And then they went and started talking to John, who was the guy on the porch. And so I was like, are they Tarantinoing the movie? Like,
Yeah,
what's happening?
I didn't catch that.
But I swear he said that it's John.
I'm
And he's
gonna have
dead.
to go back and watch the beginning.
I thought it was Andy.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
I
it
thought
wasn't.
Yeah,
And maybe it totally was. Like, because I did then go back and watch it the beginning
don't bother.
again.
It's Andy.
Yeah. And when I saw the pale horse, I thought it was funny because I had just watched the movie and he says, "Why don't you get back on your pale horse about the Jeep?" Right?
Yeah.
So I did actually
It's
like
not
that.
a Jeep.
It's not?
No,
What is
Nope.
it?
the Toyota. The Toyota Land Cruiser.
Oh, okay.
FJ Cruiser.
Oh, well, I kind of liked it more than a Jeep. Probably why. Yeah. Shorter wheelbase and
No,
taller.
Same wheelbase.
Same wheelbase? Is it taller?
Well, that one might have been, but that's purely subjective.
You were very offended that I called it a Jeep.
I am very offended.
Yeah, I could tell.
I have to keep moving so I make sure I don't freeze.
Your posture got much more aggressive and upright.
Oh, look at that. I moved and it froze.
Nice.
Nice.
We should just take over
Yes,
the
this
show.
is
See you,
like
Mick.
the best show ever. This is the
Oh, this
best
is
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
So what is up with your...
So
Did you restart your computer before we started?
I did. Totally
Really?
did.
Next
Yeah, I
time,
don't know
rebuild
what's
it
going on.
and start.
Yeah. Well, he's actually
Yeah.
that was a conversation we had before we started the
That's
last
what
time.
I'm in the process of doing.
He was like, "Yeah, just gonna build a new computer." I'm like, "Awesome."
Do it.
I'm planning on it too, but
This one's old, so
I gotta sell
I think
mine.
my video card's dying and my processor is really old. So let's get those stupid mini boards.
Yeah, you got an ATX mini in a full-on super tower. Not even a mid tower. It's a full-on super tower case.
Water
It's
cooled
got
and
the-
everything.
And it's got this little ATX mini board that's like this big in this case, this big.
Because it needs that
And
much air to
the
breathe.
graphics card has a ribbon cable hanging out the side, and it's just like how the one with bungee cords and everything else. It's funny.
Nice.
Oh no,
like
it's just like laying on it now.
I like it. I like it.
I changed some stuff. Yeah, it was good when I first built it.
Yeah.
in 1982.
If you ever
Sorry, 92. I was way off.
92.
If you ever imagine a computer built from scraps in the middle of nowhere, Washington,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Nice.
Built from scraps in the middle of nowhere, Washington.
Yep.
Actually, the board and the processor were brand new. I bought them on Newegg.
And nice. I actually love Newegg's. They're pretty good. The prices are kind of not so great anymore, though.
I gotta go pee.
There's a. He's got to pee.
Yep.
Go pee.
Talking. Wait.
Yeah. So anyway, you just gotta. Oh, thanks, Marcus.
Yeah. You fart.
Yes. And you.
Oh, nice. That's always great.
Yeah, so great.
What I have right now that I'm looking at is it's an i7. Yeah, it's i7.
I've been looking at
16 gigs of RAM, and it's like this whole thing where it's like $1,000.
Yeah, I went through completely spec'd my next system, and I'm sitting right at $1,800.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's good though. It's gonna be perfect.
Oh, it's gonna be good for the next for a while.
Nice.
But yeah, like I said, the one it was a Core i7 8-core Coffee Lake system.
Nice.
So yeah.
I know they're up to like i9 stuff now.
4 gigs of RAM. Yeah, but that means that I can pay the price of a i9 last year for what an i7 would be now.
Right.
And then the GTX 2800 or whatever it is.
Oh God, it froze.
Yeah, you did.
Gross face.
What do we
Say something funny. He's laughing.
Mick, did I tell you about what Mick does and what he chokes on?
Oh.
Should we do that now?
No.
Oh,
We're not getting into that.
Oh, sorry. Look it up. It's in the Guinness World Record book.
Uh-huh. Right.
It's under small achievements.
Oh, and now you put the thing on there. Right.
Wow, what an ass.
Okay. So you still didn't give your score.
Oh, we're supposed to. I think we already did score this once, didn't we?
Didn't we? I don't remember.
Let's do another
On
score
your show.
though, because this is a different day.
Okay.
And to be fair, some days I'm really like, totally jamming on a beer. Some days not so much.
Okay.
Today, jamming.
He's froze again.
Is he? That's awesome. I love it.
I am.
Like dead.
It's cool 'cause I look down.
Like me about the beer because I care. It's awesome.
Get on your pale horse, drink your beer, and get out of here.
Yeah. Right. I see the relation. I can't say enough good things about this Currywurst pack. To be honest with you, a lot of it, the good things I have to say is in the consideration that you get 24 beers that are quality beers for $20.
Yeah.
Right? Like
That's nice.
When you put all that together, I
the
don't
value,
know that you can do better.
Value for quality. Yep.
Hands down, really, really superior. The brown ale that's in there, really good. I don't really care for a brown ale, but I think it's because all the ones I've been having emphasize that so much, right? Mm-hmm. Where this one, it's not quite the case. Even the pale that we had on our last show. A lot of pale beers, I'll drink them and I'm fine with it, but it's not my go-to. Whereas this one, I do like it a little bit better. It just seems to be a little bit more streamlined. Is that the appropriate way to say it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's not quite as flowery.
Stout.
Just there's not as much other bells.
So he hasn't gotten to the stout itself yet. He's talking about the whole pack.
Yeah, the whole pack. I really Jay's talk it up more. I've heard enough of this.
He's still stroking Costco for this one.
Yeah, I am. I totally.
Okay. It's like their light beer.
Costco, man, I so hate that place. I don't buy this. My wife buys it and brings it home. Yeah, I don't go into Costco. I hate that place. I will help.
Have you had Costco's light beer?
Put it in the fridge. Have I had what?
No,
their light
we've
beer.
not had the light.
No.
I bought it just because it says light beer on the label.
That's why you bought it?
And you could get 48 of them for like $15.
God, none of this is saying buy me.
None of that.
No, it wasn't great. I just I had to, just because. And it was like vinegar water.
Oh, I'm sure. It sounds like garbage.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I'll just throw some of those in the still and just see what I get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what would have to happen with those. I drank them, but it was gross.
If I'm going to review the stout specifically, right?
Yeah, that's what you have in front of you.
One of my favorite ones from the box.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 7.25.
7.25. I'm going 6.5.
Nice.
6.5. Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
So it's drinkable.
I had that ready.
Totally.
By the way, from the beginning there, Mick. I just was waiting for him to get through his.
Right.
Did you write it down?
I knew that.
Don't forget. You're gonna have to watch your own episode to remember what our scores are.
Yeah.
I have to go back and do that on some of ours.
Yeah. So I heard word we're talking about, like finishing this up, rating the movie, and wrapping it up, so that maybe I can go use the restroom.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So milk it out is what he's saying.
Out of 5 stars, what would you give the movie?
Out of 5 stars.
Even though I froze.
You just totally changed your rating system here.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
So,
because that's what they do on Amazon. So
Man,
it was faster.
5 stars. Okay, movie as a whole, 5 stars.
Just as a whole, even with its flaws and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yes. Man, 5 makes it tough, huh?
It does. I'm gonna go, and don't be offended by this.
Just think of 2 each.
I'm going 2.5.
Okay, that's what I'm in. Okay. Actually, is 2.5. I do. I'm in that boat too. It's.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word like that, but I mean it's a little bit that.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, I think it's more. Okay, let's rate the movie though. Because I want to
okay, Mick.
I really want to give some credit to your cousin here because I really think he deserves it. I think totally agree with you. Movie 2.5 out of 5. How was his cousin's performance? Because I think that for me is like, I mean, I'd give him at least a solid point over that, like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is when you're only giving the movie a 2.5, that's saying a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want your cousin to be like they didn't like my movie or whatever. But I admit it for sure.
If he does, he'll call us out.
I would love that.
He'll come to your house and just
if he did call me out on it. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I froze again. God dang it.
You look adorable though.
All right. There we go. I was like,
it was constipated.
There we go. I know. My eyes were closed and everything. That was bad. I don't know why this is doing this. This is stupid.
As long as the audio didn't stop though, right?
No, audio's fine.
Nice.
It's just my it's Cam Link. It's a stupid Elgato Cam Link thing.
Yeah.
We spent like $150 on when it first came out. Because it's supposed to be awesome, better than the Elgato HD 60.
You get the USB webcam.
Well,
I will.
I think let's if we're giving shout outs to your cousin specifically, we are collectively Nerdbuzzed. Like if he has a Twitter, he's got to have a Twitter.
He does.
Right? He's totally into. I don't know what his Twitter is, but if you
Jason Whited 1.
Jason
Whited 1.
Okay.
Yep.
And you watch this, I'm totally down to have sit down and chat with your cousin.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Totally hit us
I would
up.
totally be into it.
Call us out on
It'd be really
Nerdbuzzed.
cool.
He'd be here and then
we can...
Yeah. No, it'd be awesome. I'd love to do it. I'll check him out on Twitter. We're at Nerdbuzzed collectively. I'm at Marcus Ellinger.
Jeremiah, or no, I'm a Baba Louie 3J.
Yep, Baba Louie 3J. Yeah, if you want, it'd be awesome to banter. It'd be a lot of fun.
There's nothing there yet, but go ahead and follow at the Sausage Quest.
No, there's sweet art by Audie Norman.
Oh, there's awesome art.
Nice.
By who is it?
Audie Norman.
Audi is his
name?
Audie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Audie. Nice.
Awesome
work, dude.
What is the heritage of the name Audie? Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay. You don't know either?
No,
Yeah,
you already stepped down one rabbit hole.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. I just was curious.
We can save that to yours.
Yeah, he's on Twitter. I actually found his art. I saw his art somewhere else. I can't remember what it was for else. And then when I started following There Be Dungeons, he does all the fan art for them.
Oh, cool.
And does a lot of art for
the
stuff.
last one he did was Varel, right?
The last one he did was Varel, yes.
Like looking at something.
But actually, I think the last one he did was actually Nash licking the toad thing.
Nice.
Maybe, I don't know. I have to go back and look now. But anyway, I was just going through his style, and I was like, his style is, it's detailed and professional enough to fit to be presented out front.
Yeah.
But he has just enough of the cartoony comedic flair to it that was like, it fits what we do.
Yeah.
And
so
I was
it's just the guy you reached out to that did.
Yeah. It's only
coming very soon.
But I think it was worth paying for.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was
yeah,
really
shout out to him.
Yeah. And check him out. Yeah, it's a great work.
And your
his stuff is
your
great.
cousin another shout out, dude. God, he's like the star of the episode.
Jason Whited 1 on Twitter.
Yes.
So and look him up with the Pale Horse stuff. He actually has an IMDb now, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, check out all Pale Horse's stuff. Look him up on
did you fart
YouTube.
Nope.
It's
maybe
still
it's
lingering?
residual. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Wow.
I wear tight undies. I'm into support, so sometimes it takes a while to get out.
Boxer briefs?
You wear those
Yeah, boxer briefs. I totally do.
sealed.
Yeah.
Sealed around the legs.
I wear them once and throw them away. They're no good once.
He buys the Under Armour ones with the tacky strip around the thigh area.
Yeah,
so it doesn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got hairy legs
Those are
too.
good
It's a
ones.
sacrifice, you guys.
Well,
I did.
This is awesome.
I only wore them once.
You actually owned it and you wore it once?
I think.
Yeah.
You took those off. It was like never again.
Nope.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
So, I want to thank you guys again for being here, giving this review on this.
Okay,
It was
enough,
awesome.
enough of that. We don't need to talk about underwear here.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't care. I don't care about that. I just, I told you it was gonna be
Well,
shorter.
if you have enough pints and pants, you'll get to there eventually.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
It already is short. Right? I think.
Dude.
Yeah. An hour and a minute.
I'd say we could talk for another
Yeah,
hour.
we're good.
Be short.
But
You are
oh
setting
yeah,
like Guinness records all over the place. This is awesome.
close.
Close.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys again for joining me, even with all the technical difficulties and crap that's happened.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me on the last
'Cause
episode.
my computer system.
fun.
Yeah, that was awesome having you come over. It was great to have you here and actually talk and everything.
Like, you
I think it went good.
can thank the internet master for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the driving factor
Yeah.
of the
Awesome.
drive.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Because your internet is garbage.
Yeah, what I was over a week downloading For Honor,
Oh god.
and he did it in 6 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah, we don't talk
That
about
was
Marcus's
Apex
downloading speeds.
Okay.
Which was a 20. How big was Apex Legends? 23,
I don't
20
even care.
gigs?
Don't even.
6 minutes.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't care because
Yeah, well,
It's okay.
it was
For Honor was
embarrassing.
like 37 gigs or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
7
me and,
minutes.
Eric got to play For Honor after you left. So we played 2 more rounds, I think.
of Apex.
Of Apex, and then we went to For Honor, and then worked just perfect.
Apex was fun. I'm going to be honest. I actually had
It
fun.
was all right.
yeah.
Nice.
It was fun.
I know a lot of people
It was free, so
a lot
I
of
mean,
people are bragging it up.
Yeah,
so-
it's free and it's
Actually,
actually
it's the new
like
Fortnite though.
it's a decent game.
Yeah, but I heard
So-
that it's like Fortnite meets the Blizzard one.
Into the Nexus,
No, the Blizzard
or not into the Nexus.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Blizzard meets Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that.
Yeah,
Heard that comparison.
kind of.
So
I could see
or
that.
Fortnite meets Overwatch. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sure.
It's fun to play with
But yeah,
other
I want to thank you guys.
online.
Go check out Nerdbuzzed
Yeah,
on
totally.
If
YouTube,
you-
on Twitter, on Facebook. But I don't know how much you guys use that much anymore.
Yeah,
And
Facebook.
iTunes. We're on iTunes. We're on
iTunes,
Spotify.
Spotify.
We're on
You're on Spotify
all
now?
the
SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud, Blueberry,
SoundCloud.
Stitcher. Like
Sweet.
they have podcasts there.
Everything.
We're there. If there's one thing you should take from this episode, it's check out Nerdbuzzed. You can even go to nerdbuzzed.com. Check us out there.
Right. Don't even worry about me.
Yeah.
Just look at them and all their stuff.
Wow, your head went from like this big to this big.
I know.
You're gonna have to
It's
invest
gonna
in-
get bigger too, man.
I hope you
Jack hat.
enjoyed
I know.
the last appearance of Nerdbuzzed here.
Yeah, right.
At least it's a collective whole.
Yeah.
Right? Check them out. Also check out Pale Horse Productions and Jason Whited and all the other people that worked on that film. It was pretty good. Go ahead and watch it. That sounded really bad. But it was worth a watch. Go ahead and watch it. It's only, like I said, an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And
An hour of your time.
you know,
And everybody should watch it because we're gonna have your cousin
Yeah.
on one of the future episodes, and you will get to see the shocking difference between his character
Oh,
and
exactly.
a real person, right?
and yes, I totally agree with that. That's
Yeah.
You'll see he's not a sleazy person who's greasy and nasty.
Greasy and like kind of retarded and just nut. Like, he scared me, man. I don't want to meet that guy. Like, I thought that right away. I was like, nope. Like you said, I don't want to know that guy either.
Family like that in Idaho, so
yeah,
that's always fun.
You gotta go a little more west. That's what it is,
right? Yep. So thank you guys. If anybody's watching, I haven't looked at anything. I haven't had chat up or nothing. My computer's stupid.
I love it.
That's great. We're live, but it doesn't matter.
Pints in our hands, pants on our butt. What is it? Am I doing it right?
Yeah. So pints in our hands,
pants on
our butts. Let's put this booze
in our guts.
In our guts.
In our guts.
Nice.
I have a dribble. Thank you.